Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
What?
어라님 어서 오세요. 아,
I guess you've been
튕겼어.
worse.
컴퓨터가 이제 버티질
You
못하네,
did well,
아프리카를.
Sheriff.
어떡하지?
I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Pope
말
who
끊는 거
killed those women,
보소.
not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
명령을 내린 건
Georgie may have killed
너잖아.
them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds.
어서
It's
오세요.
over.
컴퓨터가
So
튕겨가지고
he's dead? That's what you're
방송이
saying?
꺼졌어. 죄송해요.
Believe it was him.
So you see, the
놀랬지.
culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and
아까까지 세 번.
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of
끼어들지
magical
맙시다.
artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So
네가
cut the
다
shit.
시켰잖아,
We all know who you
네가.
are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
그쵸, 이게 변호하는 건 자격을 줘야지.
This is ridiculous.
공정하게
You have the
일처리가
floor.
된다는 느낌을 줘야 되니까
Thank you,
사람들한테.
Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you
근데
what
수갑
kind of
풀어줄
person
필요는
he was.
없었는데.
He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees.
말하는
I
거 봐.
had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
탐정이었지.
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give
되게
her
젠틀한
justice.
척한다. 얘 진짜 웃긴다.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
그래.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was
어머,
there to look
편가르기
after
하는 거
you.
봐.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living. Provide
와, 얘
for
되게
herself.
젠틀한 척한다. 진짜
And what
웃긴다.
did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
아니야,
you were
아니야.
gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
미래님
about
어서
this.
와요. 아까
Did
컴퓨터
they just-
This is
튕겼어. 미안해요.
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
그래, 너희들
Yeah,
얼마나
right.
챙기는데.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better.
그래, 우리
at
발전할 수
protecting
있어, 얘들아.
from people like him.
The Crooked
맞아요.
Man's been
컴퓨터가
exploiting
다운됐었어.
you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
그래.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
그래, 두려워하지 마. 그치. 미녀 표정 봐.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight
녹음이라도
if Bigby
해둬야
weren't the
되나?
only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's
어떡하지?
history.
What are you talking about?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't
아,
feel
넌
right,
또 왜
what we're
그러니?
doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Will you just shut the fuck up already?
It's okay. Whatever you're getting at, get to it.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer. For fuck's sake. Killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me. It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where have
internally.
I heard that before? How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
지금 재판받는 건 넌데 왜 다른 사람 얘기야?
Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their
아,
own...
거의 다 잡았는데.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us
와,
has
이 사람
been
말 빨봐.
Who
크레인 말,
filled your lives
크레인이래.
with the promise
뒤틀린
of
남자
more?
말 빨봐.
Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
내리사.
Excuse me.
인어공주.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to
인어공주죠?
catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up.
오,
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
안 돼, 리본 풀지 마.
I found Vivian's body.
아,
Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
튀는 거나 마찬가지지.
Well have.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is
아, 이제 얘기할 수
Nerissa.
있어.
Okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
사람들을
Georgie
우리
would have
편으로
never done
만들었어요.
anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat.
이제 본색이
This is how
드러났어.
you want to
말하는 거 봐.
repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
네 발언 시간 끝났어.
Well done then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of
Too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
그래, 다시
Clearly,
돌아올
we're
것
having
같아.
trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is
we...
going nowhere.
Someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Look, Snow should decide what we
백설이
do.
결정해야지.
She's gonna be the deputy mayor.
But
so
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What
어?
about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really.
아, 안 돼.
He should be the judge.
안 돼,
That makes sense
부담스러워.
to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's
it's...
what the
어떡하지?
people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
죽이라고? 죽이는 게 맞는 걸까?
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking
우물에
get rid of him.
던집시다.
everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
어! 이놈이 친절하게 보내주려고 그랬더니 이놈이
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep. You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
What are you?
Oh my god!
근데 안 이러면 다시 돌아올 것 같아.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
괜히 죽였나? 다들 날 두려워한대. 어떡하지? 아, 근데 또 돌아오면 어떡해.